Hello, my name is Oscar Hudson and I am the director of Straight Circle. Straight Circle is a dark comedy drama about two border guards who are stationed in an incredibly remote desert together to watch over basically an empty landscape. As the story progresses, these two soldiers kind of lose their bearings a little bit and forget whose side of the border belongs to who, and as a result of this, everything goes downhill and they start forgetting a bit more than that as well, and stuff gets pretty weird.
What inspired this idea for the film? And also talk to me about working with twins in the cast.
Yeah, so the film comes from a few different seeds of ideas that had been floating around in my mind for a long time, namely about disorientation within forgetting which side of a border is which inside of a huge featureless landscape. But really the main impetus for the film maybe came from the Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. That was the kind of thing that prompted me to really focus on the script and develop it into the story that it is now. Not that it's about Russia and Ukraine in any specific sense. It's not about any conflict in any specific sense, but it's also sort of about every conflict in some sense too. And when it comes to working with the twins, the casting approach for the film is obviously an integral part of the story. At the beginning of the film, once upon a time, I wondered if this was going to be a secret that would people. I would ideally don't want people to know that going into the film that they're seeing twins, but you've asked, so. I think the approach of using identical twins to play these two different border guards, it comes from a desire to have a literal shared fraternity that's sitting beneath the kind of like caricature of who these two characters are at the beginning. Of course, at the start of the film, they're covered in prosthetics. They look very, very different. And as the film is progressing, these prosthetics give way under injury and sunburn and all of these kind of transformative processes, and it all strips away and we reveal this truer sense of unity that's beneath.
Wow, that's incredible. A very, visual manifestation of how similar we all are underlying these conflicts. Just final question for myself is, what was the shoot like itself? Were there any lessons you learned with this film? And what advice would you give to emerging filmmakers in finding their voice or projects to work with?
This shoot was an incredible experience. We were in South Africa in the middle of the Kalahari desert, miles and miles and miles from 3 hours from even the nearest village. And we were living out of a tented camp for 7 weeks, didn't leave the desert for 7 weeks straight. And we were in the flattest piece of land we could possibly find and shoot at, which was an insane place to spend that amount of time. And it was a real privilege and a pleasure. And we had an amazing team and it was fantastic. As for advice for younger filmmakers in finding their voice, it's difficult. I mean, it's easy to say it, but you've got to just start somewhere. You've got to start exploring your creativity. Consume, read books, just take in culture and see what connects with you, and then start making things. It doesn't have to be a film. It can be absolutely anything, but find the ideas that connect with you and mean something to you and pursue them. And the other thing I'd say is that anything you're making, you have to ask yourself why. What is new about it? What is new and that gives it, lets it earn its place in the world? Why does your piece of work deserve to exist?
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Oscar. Thank you so much for your time. Everybody, go see Straight Circle. Yes. And thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you.